Corus Brothel presents The Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
You may ask your questions, and he will probably say them out loud.
It's just one. You get one sentence, 1 to 2 sentences asking a question. And then they answer it if it's within reason, which is, who hired you, if we don't know it.
Well, given this, I'm more curious about that League of Malevolence thing.
Sure. If you want to know more, we've got a good feeling that Scabby's the boss behind this, but what's this League of Malevolence?
Because that could probably come in handy later when we're killing the other hag.
He kind of tries to twitch, but he ends up like spilling the beans. He says the League of Malevolence is a group working with the hags that helped free Zybilna in time, and kind of does the. It's like he says it super fast and goes, "Ooh," kind of like.
Should have said that.
Like, I want a Red Ryder BB gun. Blah, blah, blah,
Like
blah, blah.
Hagrid.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that.
Should not have said that. It's more. I'm thinking it more like in A Christmas Story, where he like rattles off the Red Ryder thing, and at the end he goes, "Ooh." He says their self-proclaimed leader, is a human sorcerer, goes by the name of Kelek, Kelek.
A sorcerer, you say?
Yes. He wants to take custody of a magic staff that belongs to his hated rival, the wizard Ringelrun, who is among those frozen in Zybilna's palace. Apparently the Alicorn horn is needed to free Ringelrun from temporal stasis, which would then enable Kelek to seize the staff.
So horn stays in the bag. Basically, we're using the horn to free Zybilna, but if he gets it, he's going to free Ringelrum, or whatever Ringo's name is.
Ringelrun, Ringlerun.
Ringelrun, and free him to get his staff. And who knows if Ringelrun's a good guy or not. I'm assuming no.
He was in the court?
Without making an intelligence roll, because I think you're smart enough to understand, that tells you also that there are people in the palace that are not frozen.
That are not frozen?
Kelek is clearly not frozen.
No.
But Ringelrun is. Yes.
He wants Ringelrun's staff. So this is like a time stasis freeze, not like ice.
Yes, he says. He says most of the creatures in the palace, including Zybilna herself, are frozen in time. The hags used an artifact to do it. It's a cauldron. It's Igglewiv's cauldron.
We don't know that cauldron. It's not the one we found. We found Bevlorna's cauldron, right? And that gave us
this cauldron is inside the palace.
Okay. Lots of cauldrons.
He says, lots of witches.
Yeah.
He says, I don't know how the cauldron or its magic works, though.
Probably needs a magic word, need to get close to it, not sneak up on it, and it freak out and run away.
Drink the stuff inside.
Don't do that initially. It turns into a frog or something, didn't it?
And he keeps twitching, and he's like, and there's more of them. There's more of the League. There's a human priest of Orcus named Zargash.
Ooh, that's not good. A Lichman.
He says he
want to be Lichman.
He wants to challenge Kelek one day and take leadership.
Jesus.
Strife. Pit them against each other.
Zargash won't do anything about it as long as Kelek is protected by Warduke, a mercenary who has a flame tongue sword.
You'll like that.
I kind of want that now.
You're going to have to kill Warduke.
I'm sure he'll
probably going to have to kill him anyway.
You're probably going to have to kill a lot of people.
That's okay.
All of these people in the palace.
So this entire list of people, we just need to kill every last one of them. Easy enough.
Oh, here I go killing again.
He nods and says, yes, I believe they are all still in the palace, including a human warlock named Skyla. She gets her magic from an archfey they call Baba Yaga.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She's back.
She knows more about the cauldron, I think, and the hags themselves, more than anyone else, as far as I know.
Giant chicken house. And
However,
mortar and pestle.
now that I think about it, It's been a while since I've left the palace. I believe Scala was still missing, but she's got to be in there. She's got to be in there somewhere. It's a very, very large palace.
Well, we don't want this guy to get away. Do we want to kill him now? This is me asking out of the context, not just to them.
Well, I have all of his stuff, so I don't really need anything else from him.
Yeah, what does he have on him?
What?
Yeah.
Did I loot?
Yeah, what did he take from him?
Well, you had 2 daggers, non-magical, just standard daggers. You also find a garrote on him.
Ooh, a garrote, you say?
Mm-hmm. As an assassin would use, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I even know how to spell that.
Garrote.
Cast teleport.
If for some reason you're curious about it, it's 2d4 plus whatever you're using damage, if you ever wanted to use it.
What's this, the garrote?
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus, I would assume, strength.
Yeah.
I would assume strength.
It is. It's
It just
2d4
doesn't
plus
specify here because he uses dex. But I guess it's either or.
It might be a I can look
Well, it's
it up.
+3, which is what his dex score is, so I assume it's plus a dex.
Oh, look, it
for him.
might be a finesse weapon.
It may
as
be a
well.
finesse weapon. It's slashing damage, actually. The target is grappled.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's a DC 11 to escape on their turn.
I don't know if you
Until the
know
grapple ends, the
garrote
target...
works, but
Until the target ends, the target takes 2 more d4 plus whatever slashing
This
damage
is
at the
gonna
start
work
of each
out.
of their turns.
You know, this is going to work out really well with my Boots of Elvenkind. Just
Sneak up behind
Well,
him.
I mean, you've got those stealthy stealthy gloves, like
I
super
have
useful.
I have this sleight of hand gloves. That's all they are. They're thief gloves.
yeah.
It's not just a plus to stealth.
Straight sleight of hand.
Okay, gotcha. You do also find on him a single potion
One potion.
that, if you beckon him to describe what the potion does, it is a potion of invisibility.
Potion of invisibility.
It doesn't appear as if he's carrying like any gold,
no armor.
anything. No, it's just
He
like
was naked under there.
it's not. I mean, it's armor, but it doesn't tell me what kind it is. Like per the photo, it looks like it's just cloth.
Okay.
Like he's an assassin, so like he's wearing super light, dark colors. Here. So that's
Nothing great.
That's Zarak is his name. I don't think I said that out loud, but Zarak is the name.
Don't worry, we didn't ask. Not what our focus was today.
That's dumb. They don't have a garrote in the actual like files. I know that I've seen it in the books, but it's not listed in like something you pull up to see. What's a garrote?
Keep people from doing it. Okay, well,
I was trying to look at stats. I was like, huh.
let's see here. Who wants to be super stealthy?
You still benefit from the boots no matter what.
No. I'm keeping the boots. I'm asking if anybody wants this potion of invisibility I found.
I feel like you'd benefit from it.
I mean, anybody would benefit
Yeah,
from it.
literally.
I just feel like you though, because you have the
Well-
highest dex, so your movement's going to be generally better.
How
So now you
about
each have at least what was it? Did you each get
Pass
3?
out a trace seed.
You got a patch without trace seed. Do you think you each also have 3 polymorph potions?
we do?
Oh yeah, we got that goo.
Like each of you, I think, have 3 and 1
3 to
potion of
those.
invisibility. Like you guys are carrying a lot of fun stuff right now.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yep.
some of those items you got at the carnival are like real useful.
Oh yeah, and it's a 75-25 chance where could go wrong.
Yeah,
We
I
turn
still
into
have the
something
toy
weird.
spider for climbing shit.
I already
Yeah.
used my
No, I
item.
mean,
I traded my item
climb
for
up a fucking
to
palace.
the key person.
Well, I got rid of my wasp nest that I ended
Also,
up
I was
getting so I
gonna
could get a big
use-
jug of polymorph
The
potion.
wasp nest wasn't that useful. It was just a wasp nest.
No, but
I
the jug
traded-
was good.
I
I
also have
traded
one of
my-
those toy wooden wands. I was going to try to trick one of the kids. Or
Oh yeah, it's
if that confrontation went bad, I was going to use it to trick them.
it does thaumaturgy, I believe, right?
Something like that. Probably that or
I think it just makes noises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and light
that'd be
or
thaumaturgy.
something.
Yes, it's thaumaturgy.
It's thaumaturgy or prestidigitation.
Thaumagory, as Jacob says.
I just know it does no damage.
Yeah, that's
No, it
it's-
doesn't do anything.
It's a utility cantrip, is what it casts.
You guys have
It's
found
the
some cool shit.
Wabber. It's the Wabber staff.
But the Wabbajack.
He just kind of looks at you and asks, sort of like, what are you gonna do with me, type of a thing.
It's your call. I popped him in the head for 13. He hit him for 8. You want to beat him up?
Nah. I heard
Because
orcs taste like pig.
He says, for a stack of gold, I'll keep quiet. And smiles.
What do we
Gonna pay you.
Wait a second.
We'll take a stack of gold if you'll be quiet. Yeah, that's fine.
Good man.
I wish I had enlarge reduce, and I'd put like a rock in his mouth and just like enlarge. Enlarge.
Enhance. Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Just print the damn thing.
Well, if there's nothing else we can get out of this guy, he's not any use to us.
It's your call if you want to behead him or
I'd say
something.
He was pretty goddamn useful right there.
He was, but he's also trouble and costs money to keep quiet, so
You have an
Give a
idea?
Not a nice one.
go for it.
So?
It's an orc assassin that attacked
I'm-
a perfectly
If it's what I'm
friendly
thinking, it's
unicorn.
what I'd do.
What were you thinking?
Wow, you tell me what you're thinking.
You say yours first, then if he says that's his or it's better or worse, you'll know.
I kind of want to like tie him to a tree or something and use him as sort of bait.
like Jabberwock bait.
Yeah. To be like, hey, we know where it is, so we're going that way.
That's not a bad idea.
But I don't know what necessarily attracts a Jabberwock.
Honey.
So
The smell of blood.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
Everything attracts honey attracts everything. So bees and bugs.
So we just need honey, slather it on him,
But
and
I'm
either
okay
a
with
bear
just,
or
yeah,
the
kill him.
Jabberwock. He'll eat him.
You could still kill him and just leave the corpse and wait for the Jabberwock.
You can sink him in the lake too if you wanted.
It's so nice though.
We don't.
yeah, I was kind of
we don't
like,
need
let's
Jason.
move him off of this nice, serene area. and
Yeah, he
kill
doesn't need
him.
to stay here because we don't need to soil this nice,
Yeah.
friendly.
Cool.
Place.
How are you going to carry him and swim?
I mean,
Again,
Who said anything about
He
carrying
can pull
him?
him through the water.
I'm not concerned if he lives through the swimming.
We're just
so,
not leaving his corpse here. Let's not defile this land.
Yeah,
I love the fact that we all agreed on that. It's like, who said anything about carrying him?
Yeah.
Drag him through the water. Who cares?
That's up to you whether or not you want to roll for him to
It'd be like, all right,
Does
we're
he
getting in the water.
survive?
swallow
gotta-
water or
We got to get you out of here. It's like, all right, hold your breath. Why? We're going across the water. How am I supposed to swim? You're not. We're
You
dragging
said he would die eventually in the bag of holding. How long can he hold his
However
breath
long
in
you
there?
can hold your breath, that's how long you can look in bag holding.
I can't remember how long it is. Yeah.
It's a con save. How long can you hold your breath?
Yeah.
It's like anything else. There's
There's
no
a DC
air.
to it, I believe. It's not.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's literally they make it a con save, but it's how long
well,
can
you know,
hold your
we don't
breath.
want to carry him across, so just shove him in there, and if he survives, he survives.
I mean, I can carry him really
He
easily.
doesn't
Yeah,
have to. He can
I
just drag.
keep forgetting
the dude
you're a
swims.
fish.
He just pulls him through the water.
Yeah.
There you go. All
Okay.
right.
If you guys want to get to the other shore, that's fine.
Yeah,
We
we're
can do
fine.
the
Yeah,
shore.
we do it.
We'll move forward.
Cool. What do we do now? Kill him. Time to a tree.
Nah, just kill him. Wow.
Okay. Who wants to kill him? I hit him for 13. He hit him for
I mean,
8.
he hit me, so I kind of want to.
I should
Go
probably
for
practice
it.
with this garrote.
Hey, you want to do that? Go ahead.
He's already tied up. Let's do it.
Just choke him out the garage.
You wrap it around his throat, and he cackles as he dies.
At least he died happy.
He laughed. He seemed to enjoy it. He's in choking.
What I would have done is send him to Nib's cave so he can be cursed for all time with all that gold, and let him live, but let him live cursed.
Nah.
Nah.
He probably would have tried to kill Nib.
He tried to kill Unicorn,
Yeah.
and he hit me.
That
so-
curse is really fucking like annoying.
Oh, the curse that's on
anyone who gets cursed, it's really bad.
it. Oh, the actual specific curse.
Yeah, it describes what it does to you.
What is it? Because I'm not taking any of the gold. Are you guys going to try and take any of Nib's gold? Because clearly it's a bad
Why?
idea.
He was nice to us. Why take it?
He gave us. He gave him gauntlets that make him have 19 strength.
Anybody who takes it is haunted by 1d4 apparitions similar to the ones inside the cave. As a consequence, the character gains 1 level of exhaustion after finishing a long rest. Levels of exhaustion gained from this effect cannot be removed until the character ends the haunting. By returning the gold, a wish spell ends the hauntings and automatically returns the stolen gold.
So in 6 days he would die.
A remove curse or greater restoration spell on the culprit surpasses the effect for 24 hours. So, like, the thing with his character is he's greedy enough never to return it.
Yeah, he would die in
He
6
would
days.
just die in 6 days, yeah.
It's the ring, but
Like,
a day
It
less.
would be a very slow death.
He would just
It's the
progressively.
The ring if it took Sundays off.
He is not aware. Actually, he was standing there, so he would have been aware that entering the lake would remove the curse. So he could bathe in the lake and get in and clear it.
Yeah, I think killing him the way we did it was
That's
the
fine.
better option.
Doesn't matter. He is dead.
Cool.
I say he did.
He did.
So
Drop him in the path of where the Jabberwocky is.
Yeah.
Here's a snack, bud.
just leave him over by Jabberwock.
And spare parts, bud.
Pretty much. Where to now? They already said they'd be going to the castle
Yeah.
thing.
We got to go to the market.
They're going to Loom Lurch, not the castle.
That's the
log.
Log.
the log.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to go to the market and talk to Chucklehead.
It's about the same distance, actually. It's like probably going to be another 8-mile hike.
It's not bad.
Well,
Oh yeah.
we're still within range of the stuff. Do we want to just kind of chill out so I can get my spell slot back?
She said that you could stay here and rest if you needed.
You didn't
That's
use
what-
the spell
Oh,
slot.
I did.
Oh wait.
Hold person.
Edric plot.
I did the whole
Edric
person.
shot.
Keep from moving.
So if you want to rest here first, that's fine.
Works for me. So we rest, and then we start heading that way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to contact the kids? Or
They
are we
said
gonna
they'd
meet
be
up?
at the log already.
Well, I know that, but I mean, like, do we need to meet up so they can enact their plan to, like,
I'm
do
sure you guys would have
distractions?
decided where to meet.
Okay, so we'll meet up with the kids.
A good distance away, but close enough that you can kind of see. And when you get there, you see, they're at the southern end where you can see that it's definitely like an uprooted tree that's fallen over. And so it's this massive root system, that it has a big door entering in. So
Alrighty. So meet up with the kids.
Meet up with the kids, see all the stuff, do the thing. They go where they're going. We go to the market.
Yep.
Oh, did we ever look for the boggles or whatever?
They're in the
inside.
workshop.
Oh, they're in the workshop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they're part of the plan.
For some reason, I thought they were by the lake thing.
No,
No, they're I think like guards in the workshop.
there's something in the workshop. I don't know what. We got to grease them.
Oily little monsters.
all right. The forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies on its side. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains.
That's what they look like.
Their shapes resemble towers, with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom, and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows, illuminating a clearing filled with merchant stalls. This would be their little market.
The Goblin Market. Okay, so I guess we go to the market.
Try to set up a meeting with Scabby.
Mm-hmm. Old Skabatha.
So, first thing in the morning, you guys walked, what, like 8 hours roughly?
Something like that to get to the
Quick fight.
rested.
Short rest, right?
At least a short rest, yeah.
Um,
Everybody should be good. Did you heal yourself back up with a short rest since you took like 9 damage?
so it's actually going on, it's probably getting dark at this point. It's probably going on towards the evening.
Could be beneficial toward the plan, honestly. Things can't see.
Possibly. Well, you assume things
Yeah.
can see in the dark. But,
I assume. I know the kids can't. Well, no. The dwarf
I mean, you
could.
do still see
Elf
the
could.
stalls are still open.
The
and you
orc
see-
might actually be able to also. Actually, everything could see but Will.
He's the leader. They'll tell him.
You can still see movement in the market. There's still clearly goblins there.
Well, do we want to hold off till the morning, or do we want to try and get stuff set up at night? Since we're all pretty much set up how we need to be.
Oh. She forgets the first creature she sees that morning.
First creature she sees, she wakes up. Doesn't matter what time of day. It's whenever she wakes up.
So we should try and go in when we know she'll be asleep.
Or I guess sleep.
I can't sleep.
Given
That's
she
true.
probably would be able to withstand sleep.
Mm-hmm. Haven't met this crazy
Look at her stuff. She could actually.
mechanical soldier.
It's true. She could do that.
Counterspell.
If she knows I've cast it. You got to be
All she
aware
has-
of a spell.
All she has to do is be aware that you're casting.
That's what I'm saying. If she's aware, you can counterspell. If you're unaware, you can't counterspell. I cast Detect Thoughts. Ha-ha! Burned your spell.
Alrighty. So going forward.
Whatever you want to do, Squirt says.
Wait, you're with us?
Yeah, we're with the
You
kids
guys,
right
you guys
now.
met up.
Oh.
We haven't established what we're doing yet.
I thought they were somewhere else.
Do we want to stake things out and watch movement?
A couple
We
of the
could do
kids
that.
are just petting the cat, scratching its ears.
Do we want to wait and maybe watch movement, see how things function even though it doesn't seem like stuff's really guard watch. They've got scarecrows.
And 10 soldiers.
Well, they are alerted. I don't think the 10 soldiers are doing guard work. I don't know. Are the 10 soldiers on like guard duty, or are they just kind of aware?
Will could tell you that there would probably be some on patrols.
Okay,
Most
so
of them are probably within, but some of them might be on the balconies. Maybe one or two walking the grounds.
we could. So we're watching the guard patterns. How far apart are we from where the kids are versus where we are with the tree? Because we're on opposite sides of the tree, and the tree's clearly not as wide.
Right
as it is
now,
tall.
you guys are all in one group until you decide.
I'm saying from where we're standing. Like if we were to look at it, how far apart is far apart? Like how
from you to the tree.
From the points we were supposed to go to when we set stuff up.
So they are on opposite sides of the tree.
Yes.
Almost directly up. Well, not quite directly opposite.
Because kind of the idea is we want to know the timing. So if we need to go and get set up and do the meetings and all that, like how will they know when to trigger the scarecrows?
So the intent was to have some of them on the lookout, and then Will was going to trigger and alert the scarecrows himself.
Okay. So they would be watching us try to set up a meeting.
So as soon as they see you go inside to do your meeting,
that's what I was curious about. Like, how do they know when to alert the
Yeah.
scarecrows? Okay.
As far as how far apart things are,
Yeah.
vary.
Okay.
Because these are 10-foot squares, and their printer sucks.
While that's going on, I'm going to have Criminy pop up, so that's a free spell for me. You guys get to meet Criminy. I've not brought him out since I've had him.
He's just been talking to you.
Yeah. He's the voice I've always heard everywhere I go.
It's about 200 feet between the two, and it's on the opposite side of the
Good
log.
distance. Well, Criminy. Meet Criminy. He's an angry little sprite.
The kids are just like,
Yeah, he's an angry little sprite. He's been around forever, but I forgot who he was.
kind of like that green guy in the Flintstones. That just pops up every
Kazoo.
once in a while. Kazoo. He's in like a bunch of episodes, and then he disappears for a
He's
long
an
time.
alien.
And then he comes
Magical
back
powers.
again later.
Yeah, it's Kazoo. But no, Criminy. He's my conscience. Quote unquote. He's the reason a lot of bad things have happened to me, because he's not a good conscience.
It's fair. So what would you like to do?
Do we want to try and find out where her rocking horse is first? And
I feel like that's going to be somewhere in her abode.
I mean, your assumption is that it's in her bedroom, but honestly, no one really knows.
right, but you've got a friend
I could.
who could.
Invisible. I don't remember. Let me check. If he's able to be invisible, then maybe he could scout. Because I can see and hear through him up to so far away.
Can we give him the pill?
I say, well, we have one. Yeah, we've got the seed to make him at least.
Well, then we have an all-out invisible thing, right?
We've got an invisible with a potion. I don't know if I want to waste
Yeah.
it on him though.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
I mean, we could. I got
Well,
but it might be better use
Because
served.
the seed just makes him like not
Heck
notice.
yes.
Which would
Invisibility. The sprite magically turns invisible until it attacks or casts a spell, or until its concentration ends, as if concentrating on the spell. Yes. My little buddy can go invisible.
Nice.
Sweet.
Problem solved.
He actually has that sour face, too. That's Criminy.
he doesn't look as old as I thought.
Of course not. He's a sprite. They don't look old. It's Criminy. His smooth speed's 40 flying. If he's walking, it's 10 feet. Yeah. Heart sight. The sprite touches a creature that magically knows the creature's current emotional state. If the target fails a DC 10 charisma saving throw, the sprite knows the creature's alignment. Celestial fiends, undead automatically fail the saving throw. They're good-hearted. Mine's a bit of a troublemaker. Yes. So my sprite can go invisible. He has no health. Holy crap. But he has just as much armor class as I do. But he has no health. He is one above a minion's health. For those that don't know, minions have 1 HP. Up to 100 feet away, I can see and hear telepathically whatever he sees and hears. Well, I can talk to him I can communicate telepathically, but up to 100 feet, if I want, I can go blind and deaf personally. I'm a puppet, I don't care. And I can see through his eyes and hear what he hears, so he can go invisible and scout. If he dies, it's poof, I just bring him back. He doesn't really die. He just poofs.
Sounds like we got a plan. Wanted to scout the area, see where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Find out where that.
Oh, yeah. And I
Horse.
can cast a spell at the range of touch on my familiar to deliver the spells if it casts the spell. It must be within 100 feet of me. There's a lot of neat things Find Familiar can do. It's a really good spell.
Hey,
Albert and... What were they? Albert and, like...
wait a second.
From the original, like...
I thought they were all named Albert.
They were Owl something. They were like...
No, we had Albert and Olivia.
Owlivia, that's what it was. Albert and Owlivia. It was from the first campaign they did of D&D on the podcast. And they had Albert and then Owlivia. How far away are we from the log right now?
I'm gonna say 100 feet because I wouldn't imagine you would want to be super close to it without having a plan. So you're 100 feet from the roots.
You know, that's
man.
also...
You guys could easily go around the market and just carry me around as a puppet that you happen to have. And I can literally let my dude invisibly fly around and search the place.
You don't have to breathe, do you?
No, I'm a construct. I don't eat, drink, sleep, or any of that. You can literally just let me roam inside of my dude as long as I need to. And you just carry me around. I'm a puppet. It literally, I just look like a puppet.
Bag. We don't even have to worry about carrying
You
it.
could just throw me in the bag too. Yeah.
Exactly. Then wait, you're not...
I would imagine that the magical lining of the
That I would lose though.
probably
Yeah.
you not have the connection.
That's why I'm like, just carry me around. Just throw me over your shoulder.
That would be a great way to save on fare, though, if we have to cross anything.
Yeah, you can throw me in the bag.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, no, just carry me
yeah.
on your shoulder or something. Just throw me over your shoulder, sling me over. I got a rope. Just tie it up and...
Actually, that could be a great way to solve the rocking horse problem, too, because you said touch. They can activate a spell.
I can
that
put a spell on it that's got a touch range, and it can cast it as if it cast it.
Exactly.
don't have any
Eldritch
touch
Blast.
spells. That's not a touch, that's a range. I don't have any
yeah.
touch spells.
Yeah, because if he touched it, it's like... And then the horse
blow it
was
apart.
gone.
I'm sure it's magically protected.
Okay,
But yeah, so we can do
still,
that. We can
critical
have
thinking.
them do their thing. Have the kids go set up where they need to go. We can go and start walking around the market, try and find stuff out. I can be inside of Criminy, just flying about, trying to find things,
Sounds
doing
like a
recon.
plan.
That's a really helpful thing that my character can literally just look like he's not real.
I mean, yeah. It's not like you're disguising yourself. You just you are what you are.
I am I'm a puppet. And if I talk, I'm a ventriloquist.
For future reference, since he doesn't have to breathe, can I throw him in the bag?
That's what we were determining. Yeah.
Just what...
Is that what we were? Okay.
Yeah,
My
that's
bad.
that's what was coming up. But they were like, if we tried to do that during the thing, it would cut my connection with my familiar because we're in different planes. You have to be in the same plane.
Oh yeah, because it is a different.
It's a
different-
dimensional bag.
It's a pocket dimension. Find familiar if you're on the same plane within 100 feet. So, yeah, that would have broke my
There's that
connection.
one caveat.
Always, and I can dismiss my dude to a pocket dimension, different one, and then bring it back whenever one is in action. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. I guess I'll just pop into my sprite, and you guys carry me around.
Find the safest, fastest way to get our job done.
Okay, so are you then heading to the market?
No objections?
Yeah.
Okay. And Will looks to his people and says, "All right, we'll go around to the other side," and they take off.
I love this. My dude can
Good
go.
journey.
Good cheer.
Go in
Okay.
peace.
Eventually, you come across what look to be bridges made of roots. There are two of them. A gnarled bridge formed by tangled tree roots spans a rocky, dried-up riverbed. One appears to go directly to the door, and one appears to go directly into the market on the outside of the log.
So we go to the market.
Okay.
The other one you said like to the front door, I assume.
Sorry, what?
Like the door that leads into the place.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna have to go through the market, and my person can't just phase through the wall, so just invisible. This is where we find out the hag has true sight, and then my dude's just straight being watched.
So I need to know where you're putting the... Was it a sprite? Or
It's a sprite.
sprite? Mm-hmm. I need to know how far out they're going and in which direction.
He'll be with the bunch while we're determining where we're going. He won't break off until we actually have a way for him to get inside. So he's literally invisible, floating along with the group.
Okay.
For ease.
Would he disappear if you lose connection?
No.
Okay.
I just lose connection with you.
Yeah, I mean, for at least for now, you wouldn't have a connectivity with them because they split off from you.
He's with us.
Or he's with you.
Yeah, he's with us.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's just hanging around your head for now.
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm
need to
saying.
know where you're sending him. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's
where
gonna,
and when.
When we're in agree, because he's with me, we're using him to scout inside. Once we get to a place where he can
You
go
want him
into the house.
Okay, gotcha,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah, he's not going to go with them because if he went with them, they're going to be too far away that I wouldn't
I
be
gotcha.
able to.
I thought for some reason you were having him scout the outside of it.
No,
Gotcha.
no.
Never mind. Forget what I said. Goblin Market. There are 3 stalls selling candy that are situated in this little clearing, lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree to one side of it. 2 goblins are working in each stall, and the whole enterprise seems to be watched by a specific goblin with a toffee apple head
That's Chucklehead.
who appears to be muttering quietly to himself.
He's crazy. That's why.
He has sap for brains.
Seems to be walking around, arms crossed, notices you and says, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
I can't talk. I'm inside the sprite. He's floating along with you guys. You're just carrying a puppet.
No, go ahead and talk. We'll see what happens.
I was saying I'm not talking in that.
Were we told to go to him to
Purchase
Set up a-
candy.
set
set up a meeting?
Yeah.
Do we want to
Set up a meeting.
do that now, or are we still?
The humorous thing is, out of the game right now, the sprite will relay this information to me, and I will know the layout. But who knows how accurate my directionality of this layout's going to be?
Super fun.
Oh, it's the best. But I'll know the rooms. I might not remember where they were, but I'll know what was in them.
We really need to kill Scabby.
Yeah, I need my shit back. Because this is a fun plan that could work again in the future. Recon with
Not
the
that it can't
puppet.
work, it's just going to be kind of guesswork as to which direction you're really trying to get to.
How much do we trust his sense of
Because
direction?
Crimini's sense of direction is normal.
I mean,
Mine
the reason
is
I'm not arguing
crap.
about it, like it's going to be fun.
Yeah, my sense of direction is crap. Like, yeah, so we went north, and then we went east, and then we went through another door, like east of that.
The
And it's
worst
like,
part
cool.
is it even works if you say something like straight left or right. It's like,
My direction out is trash.
Doesn't
that's what I'm saying. It completely works because that's
Yeah,
garbage.
it doesn't
too.
matter. I have no sense of direction.
Night's coming on soon. Be closing up the stalls.
Oh, well, y'all got to talk. I can't do nothing.
And he suggests if you want to buy anything from the stalls, do it
Are
soon.
we
because
setting
they-
up the meeting? Is
might
that what
be.
we
That's the
decided?
point we're trying to set up.
We're here to set up a meeting then
A meeting? With what? With who?
Skabatha.
with Scabat.
Granny Nightshade, I guess, is a better
Your
name.
boss.
I mean, either way, they would.
Yeah, Skabatha.
Yeah, with Scabatha.
Meeting with Scabata, eh? Well, I suppose I might be able to get that set up tonight before it gets too late. All right. Follow me then.
All right, I'm following him.
If you do want to buy anything from the stalls, you can. There's
Oh.
stuff.
Do they have anything of use besides candy? Do we see anything with a glow of power that we just want?
The goods sold here are... I mean, it's all candy. It's all sweets. You see... It says they're delicious but made with disgusting ingredients. Examples include beetles encased in hard candy, lollipops
are
made
good.
from compacted ants, and jellied worms.
I wouldn't know a difference. I don't eat food.
And you hear them, you know,
That hasn't stopped
kind
you
of
from trying.
as you kind of peruse, they tell you that it's one trinket. Cost is one trinket per treat. One trinket per treat.
So I have to trade trinkets, not money. Interesting.
It's Prismere.
Yeah,
Money doesn't really make a difference here.
that's true.
It's all trade.
yeah. It's
I mean,
bartering.
similar to the shit like you guys found like all those trinkets in the pile that the rabbits had.
So
So
bad Vlorna.
yeah, that's really that's really all it is.
I don't think we need anything from here.
I'm good on candy.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. Chucklehead says, "All right, follow me then," and he will bring you back up that bridge, and around to the other bridge that brings you into the front door. He says, what you see here is on a different page. It's a parlor. The chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can see the eerily beautiful woodland surrounding you. A closed wooden door stands opposite the root bridge that leads into this room, at the center of which are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for a tea service. A painted wooden box 3 feet on a side rests in a corner. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box.
All right. Are there any paths that Criminy can get through in this parlor area?
The only door is directly across from you.
And it's closed.
Yes, but...
Gotcha.
Chucklehead says, have a seat, I'll see if she's in. And he will go to open that door.
I'm going through the door with him as Criminy.
Okay, do you have to make stealth checks or anything
I'm
here?
invisible. Straight invisible.
But do you have to make a stealth check then?
I can look if you need me to.
Because it's... The real question is even though you're invisible, do you still make noise?
I'm flying as a fairy.
So wings that buzz.
No.
Not really. It's a fairy. You don't have to make noise. But
I imagine fluttering wings are going to make a little bit of noise.
We'll see. Hold on.
Does a moth make noise?
Yeah,
If you're right up on them.
right up on them.
Yeah.
But like any film I've ever seen,
I
with
have
fairies-
stealth +8.
All right.
Yeah. I just open up Sprite. Stealth +8. It's like, okay.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Small, quiet,
And I'm invisible.
currently invisible.
So invisible gives me what?
I guess we'll hand wave it then in that case. But like any film I've ever seen, like Peter Pan or anything, anytime a fairy flies, it flutters. Like you hear it, it makes noise.
Yeah, but they're also
It says
dropping
can be detected
dust
by
everywhere.
noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. I have a +8 to stealth. So I have a high likelihood of not being noticed.
Right.
But
That's
I
fine.
can.
We'll just hand wave it.
Okay.
So then you basically follow. I mean, if you were like right up in front of him, he'd probably feel the wind.
Yeah, no, I'm literally above and behind.
All right.
I'm
So these are,
following
from what you can tell, it's about 8-foot tall ceilings in here.
Okay, so I got room. Basically, I'm gonna
Yeah.
under doorways and stuff whenever I need to.
All right. So he goes through. He goes
And while
through a door.
did he shut the door?
He actually would shut the door.
Okay. I'm gonna like say to whoever has Chinnopio, like, just put me on the ground. Don't put me in a chair. Just because like I'm a puppet. Don't make it look like I actually matter.
They don't know. Maybe you have emotional attachment for whoever put you in the chair.
Whatever you guys want to do. It's like I'm not gonna be doing anything. I'm just gonna be like slumped over puppet.
So you've got 100 feet before you lose contact.
100 feet before I lose contact.
Do I need to describe to you what is being seen
I'm on the lookout for her horse.
specifically?
Yes.
Okay, then.
And if we see like the workshop area, if we see boggles, like any of the things that we're trying to look out for, yes, let me know that we saw those in an area that I was told but don't know where that is.
The room he enters appears to be a workshop.
Okay, so behind the door is the workshop. I can tell, since it's just us in the room, but like behind that door is the workshop. I'm being quiet about it with Chinnopio speaking, but literally I telepathically communicate with the sprite, and Chinnopio relays that information.
He gets to another door, opens it, and you lose contact.
That's a big space.
Just because he opened the door? Like the distance in that room?
The distance, him entering that next room,
Okay.
is the edge of that distance you get.
Gotcha. Was he able to see before the contact was lost?
I mean, yeah, probably. You probably could get a glimpse of what's in that room. Just L7.
I can easily just be like, so he's at the door, and he's like, I can see what's there, but
You
can't
don't see
say.
the rocking horse if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Well, Criminy can still fly around. I just can't see what Criminy sees.
Sure.
So I can just make, if you want to have random rolls, Criminy's not telling me anything, but I can have random rolls that I'm making because Criminy's taking this information in, and if Criminy goes away, Criminy goes away. And I'd have to spend 20 minutes or an hour or something casting to bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely sure what you're looking at when the door opens.
Gotcha.
It appears to be, you kind of get a glimpse on the opposite side of the room just before you lose contact of what appears to be a brightly painted structure that looks like a tall wooden house inside up against the wall.
That would be her place because she sleeps in a dollhouse.
There are multiples of these.
Okay,
You're not sure how many.
But it's a dollhouse looking thing, it sounds like.
No,
it's not?
No. It does not look like a dollhouse.
Okay.
It just looks like a tall wooden house. There are no windows. There is just like a singular door.
Okay.
And it's brightly painted. There are more of them. There are multiples, and they kind of, you see one directly across, and it appears as if they go into a room that looks like it might be round, similar to the parlor, and then you lose contact.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what did we see in the workshop on the way through? Did we see boggles? Did we see kids? Did we see anything?
Well, you didn't care. You were just looking for one thing.
Well, I did say no. If we're in there, it's like looking for boggles because we need the boggles for the oil can, and we're wanting to help the kids, and they're supposed to be
Inside the workshop, flickering lanterns illuminate a cluttered workshop filled with soft ambient music produced by bells and chimes. Parts of toys are heaped on the tables, leering doll heads, half-built rocking horses, unpainted wooden balls, and the stuffed limbs of soft toys. A stove at the back of the room holds a saucepan of smelting metal. 3 doors exit the workshop, and 2 storefront windows overlook the market outside.
No children, no boggles.
3 young children are gathered around a wooden work table. The eldest appears to be a drow. Well, it's written as eldest. I guess from your purview, it's probably the one that is the tallest.
Yeah.
Appears to be drow. Prances on the tabletop with a bar of soap in one hand, while a halfling girl and a human girl giggle. And you hear... do you hear stuff through him?
Yeah, I can see and hear what he sees.
You would also probably hear through the door him say something to the effect of, "Get back to work."
Yeah.
And they hustle back to work.
Yeah, I see and hear. So that's why my character is deaf and blind.
And as soon as they jump back to work, he continues walking, enters whatever this next room
That
might
other
be,
room
and then
is the
poof,
parlor
gone.
past
Yeah.
that. Okay. So vision's gone. And so my character would be back. It's like, okay. Well, that workshop's big. There are 3 kids in the workshop. I didn't see any boggles. And there is something past the workshop that's like houses, but not a dollhouse, because I know she sleeps in a dollhouse. But outside of that, I don't know what we got. And then I'm going to take that action and just so Criminy doesn't get found and they know something's up, action Criminy is going to disappear.
All right. After probably 15 to 20 minutes, you hear footsteps again, and eventually you get your vision back into the workshop.
Okay.
Assuming that you keep it.
That's what I'm
going.
saying.
Yeah.
If all that's going on, I would have, when I told them all that and I lost it, as soon as I lose connection to him, my vision and hearing would come back. So out of that habit, it's like he's gone. I don't get caught. I sent him away.
Yeah.
So he's just gone.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, you hear walking. One set of footprints sounds like chuckleheads, probably a little heavier, and the other set seems to be a bit daintier. The door creaks open, and a little old woman totters forward. She wears a grimy, old-fashioned shawl, and her skin looks like gnarled bark. A large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. She says, you've already sat. It's a voice that's, interesting description, a voice reminiscent of crunching leaves. Let's have some tea.
That is an odd voice.
Yeah, if I crackle my voice like that, I'm going to lose my voice. So
No, I understand.
she offers you tea. She's offering you tea.
I'm going to still look like I'm slumped over.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm still just a slumped over puppet.
She probably looks at you and says, did you make this puppet yourself? It's very good work.
No, it was a gift from a friend, but we've kind of lost, I guess, interest in it. So we were trying to find places to sell it. You know, make something of.
This is
off
where
of
you
it.
learn about your companions really feel about you.
No, it's funny. Well, here's the thing.
This guy's useless. We're trying to get rid of him.
In all honesty, this is actually an idea I had, but I never actually shared. It was like, maybe they could give me to the toy maker person, and I'm just something they have there. And then I'm in the room with the kids.
As you're speaking, she's pouring tea into dirty cups, and she's stirring the tea with a chicken bone.
Oily. You're going to have oil floating on top of the tea.
And she hands it out. Here you go. The key seems to be just going a standard pace. It doesn't seem to be fast or slow. And she, because you guys only took 3 out of the 4 chairs, she will sit down in the other chair.
It's fine.
And she sort of says, well, what are you doing here in Loom Lodge? Or in Thither? Or in Prismere at all, for that matter?
Well, we went to a carnival and we were in a House of Mirrors, and then we got here in Prismere. But we've been kind of just traveling around, and then we heard you were looking for some kid named Will, and I think we found him, or know where he is.
The key begins to go it's faster as she gets happier. Mm-hmm. Her eyes sort of get a little as white as they can kind of get. She seems to be very, very old. I wish I could show you a picture of her, but I don't know that I can without.
I can probably
anything.
pull it up without looking and just click the image.
Well, so the one that exists is her on the rocking horse, I guess. So.
It's a rocking horse.
Yep.
So
but it's not like a great
there it is.
photo of her. Yeah. And the key isn't as big as you might think.
Yeah, no, I thought it was actually a lot smaller.
Yeah.
So she is a clockwork creature.
Sort of.
Skin looks like wood.
She's like me.
You're the one who has Skabatha, right?
Yes. Which is great that the character that's a puppet has the puppet hag.
Right. You
Cool.
are that was just random, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool.
You get the same feeling that he had, where like it's a vibe, like something really, really weird here.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you should be in here, and something is calling you here.
Wonder if she has a magic not door too.
Yeah.
She says,
figured out how to open.
She says, Hall of Illusion. Interesting. And you randomly came through the portal? I find that hard to believe, as it requires a magical word to enter.
I mean, maybe somebody, uttered a word or something and made the portal, open. But we just kind of fell into it, I guess.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Plot,
Where you're
I'm not
here
talking.
now, you say you have Will. If you have him, bring him to me. I'll reward you.
Well, that's the part that I wanted to maybe negotiate. I mean, the poster said the reward was 10 years of our youth back or whatever, and I don't really. That's not a value really for me.
No. How about perhaps winning the heart of one you love?
I love myself and only me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Narcissus.
No? I could bury you up to your neck in silver.
I don't fancy being buried.
I like that. I can bury up to your neck in silver, and you're underground, buried to
Yeah.
your neck in silver.
She looks over at the lion and says, you have the look of a warrior about you.
Are you going to offer me half the world?
That's profiling.
What if I could ensure you that no
Profiling's
sword...
wrong.
What if I could ensure to you that no sword could ever break your skin?
Now that's
That
fancy.
That's actually a
sounds.
pretty cool deal.
That sounds like she's going to turn me into a statue.
Yeah, that's true too.
She looks over... she looks around and then kind of looks down at the puppet and says, kind of to no one, but kind of says, and even in a little more of a hushed tone, what if I gave you the power to bring the dead back to life?
True.
Or perhaps I could
Necromancy.
perhaps I could curse one creature of whom you name.
Oh, well, now.
I could grant you a loyal servant. Perhaps even that puppet there.
Well, a lot of those do sound very, very nice.
You don't appear to be individuals who would appreciate the things in my workshop, but that is another option as well. You could claim one item of your choice from my workshop.
What kind of items do you have in your workshop? What do you make here?
I make toys, my dear.
I'm a little old for toys.
Yes, I see. What is it you truly desire?
Well, I kind of almost got it. I guess maybe that's how we ended up here. I just wanted to go home, and I mean now I am home, but well, I'm at least in Prismere, not home.
Yes.
but I've been away so long.
Intriguing that you even ended up working with the carnival in the first place.
I never said working with the carnival.
Didn't you?
No.
He said he was at the carnival.
Said that at the carnival.
Perhaps I just made it up.
Sounds like it.
As she sips her tea.
Yeah, I'm definitely not drinking the tea.
Drink up, drink up. So if you already have what you wish to come home, then you're home. Give me will and we can move on. If your wish has already been granted, what more do you need?
Well, again, this is something that obviously, or someone you desire to have. Seems he's been causing you a great level of strife. So, me to just hand him over, freely would be. That's not good business.
I suppose that's fair. Well, you've already got your wish. What does the lion wish for? What does the fishman wish for?
You're so quiet, we completely forgot about you.
He needs to have a stealth character that's just so silent.
That's what I usually play.
It's like you forget about him. That's the point.
Fades into the shadows. Is there anything we can get out of this person that won't be a horrible, horrible curse? Anybody
Probably
got an
not.
idea?
'Cause, I mean, we're mostly here for him.
Well, there's that, and we talked to Nib. He came here for help and got cursed. So any gift is going to end up being a bad thing.
Yeah, no, you get nothing good out of these things.
So real question is there a way to trick her into giving us the rocking horse?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, but I highly, highly doubt it.
I mean, she said we could have anything in our workshop, but we didn't see the horse in the workshop.
Saw parts of rocking horses, but not the rocking horse,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
You would have seen child-sized rocking horses.
Yeah, not hers. Correct.
One the size of an actual horse.
Pretty much.
Can't think of anything.
She kind of leans in a little and observes you further, and then observes Usagi further, and then observes Corus further, and then looks back down at the puppet again, squints a little and says, "Perhaps you're missing something." And she looks back at all of you.
Again, I cannot talk right now. I'm a puppet.
I want the key out of your back.
Probably not going to give you her turn or clockwork key.
Her key is beginning to slow.
Well, yeah, she's losing patience with us because we don't want anything. Well,
Well, I suppose that maybe that's something we can ponder as we can go and retrieve Will and then bring him to you, and then we can, I suppose, further negotiate a price.
If that is your wish, she will stand up. If we are through here, then I will return to my duties, and you can return to yours.
Okay. Thank you for meeting with us.
She kind of gives a curt bow and opens the door as Chucklehead comes in, and she just kind of walks right past him. Door closes and he says, "Night's getting on," as he points to the door to leave.
Well, exit.
"Don't forget your puppet."
I'll just pick up the string and
Just drag him along.
Just drag it behind. I don't have to say anything.
clunk, 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 clunk.
1d20 damage being dragged. No, I'm just kidding.
12.
You did.
No, that's only like a third.
Yeah, no, you can walk back across the bridge and back into the forest if that's what you want to do.
So we got information, sort of. How are we going to handle this? Because we said we'd bring Will.
I mean, I still feel like that is something we can use to our advantage.
Oh, we could.
Yeah. Like,
It's like the errands we did for the last one.
If we could find a way to level up, I could always get another invocation, and then I can just cast Disguise Self at will, and then the puppet can be Will. Literally.
gonna guess that we're not leveling up until we
Exactly.
handle this.
Situation.
Yeah, kill Chucklehead. That's probably a little bit of XP.
Probably not. We're not doing XP or milestone.
Oh,
We have to hit certain key points, and then we level up.
bugger.
And I can't change out invocations unless I level up or I get new invocations. Because trust me, I would swap out being able to read everything to just turn into whoever I need to turn into. I think it's usually plus or minus a foot. So I could become 4.5 foot tall. I don't know how tall Will is. I'm sure she's not exactly sure on how tall Will is. And then the puppet can suddenly become a boy. I'm a real boy.
Per the rules of this game, the milestone is after you encounter the hag, you level up. You have therefore encountered the hag.
Oh, sweet. Level
No
Technically,
way.
you guys now can go to 5.
Oh, wow.
Sweet. All right, I'll level up next time.
Thank you all for listening. Wild Beyond the Witchlight is co-written by Stacey Allen, Will Doyle, Ari Levitch, and Chris Perkins. You can find us online at raincorsbrothel.com and on Facebook at Fans of the Raincour's Brothel.